Boys and Girls Club members. It's Miss JoAnne from Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Louisiana, Covington Unit. I'm really glad to be back at the beach. So here we are at the beach. Now, one of the things you notice when you've ever gone into the water is the water at the beach is salty. Do you know why it's salty? Because water runs down through the United States or any other continent, and as it goes down, it picks up minerals, it picks up different things and ions from the rocks that are in different things like rivers and creeks. And as it enters the ocean, it is then salty. Now this takes millions and millions of years. It doesn't just happen overnight. But that is why our ocean is salty. So it tastes different when you get into the water. Oceans are also home to millions and millions of different kinds of plants and animals, from the smallest being a single-celled organism to the very largest animal, and that is the whale. Now, the blue whale is the largest animal, a man mammal, in the ocean, or anywhere for that matter. Now, I talked about in the last video that scientists believe there are as many as 20,000 different species of fish in the ocean. And they believe that 80% of the ocean hasn't even been discovered yet. That's because it's those areas that are so deep. We talked about the Mariana Trench and where that is and how deep it is. You know, if you took Mount Everest and you cut it off and you put it in the Mariana Trench, it wouldn't even reach that top point. So it's a very deep place, and we don't know all the things that are down there. But there's scientists, like oceanographers, there are divers, and there are other kinds of scientists and marine biologists that study the ocean. Now they do that a lot of different ways. First of all, sometimes they can use what's called a submersible or a sub. And they can take small subs down and they can discover parts of the ocean that we have never seen before. Scuba divers also are able to learn a lot about things, even shipwrecks that are far below the surface of the ocean. They can learn about marine life, they can take pictures. They have to wear special equipment when they're diving so that they can breathe. And they are able to just explore all sorts of things and make all sorts of discoveries. But again, there's a lot more of the ocean yet to be discovered. You know, there are 3 different levels of the ocean, just like if you were in an apartment building that had 3 different floors. So there are 3 different levels. The first level is the sunlit zone. Now in that zone is where we're going to see things like sharks and tuna and herring. And that's probably where when you go fishing, you would catch a fish from. The second level is called the twilight zone. That's a funny name, isn't it? And in that area, there's not as much sunlight. So you're going to see some fish and animals that have made some adaptations because of the lack of sunlight. And finally, there's a dark zone. And down there are some of the craziest fish you can imagine. Fish that have little lanterns over their head and fish that glow in the dark.